Hey guys, welcome. Today we're going to talk about Notion and how to organize your studies with this software. This is actually pretty simple. Everything I'm going to show you is totally free on Notion, and this can be very useful if you have many subjects and many exams coming to just organize and prioritize better what you should do or not do at this time. So let's go into Notion right now and build this tool. So here we are in Notion. I asked for a new page, and the thing is, you can ask for different options right here. What I'm gonna do is put a database here, and as you can see, you have templates which are already made. I'm not a big fan of them because I think it's easy to use if you're using them exactly it's the way it's planned for. But it's not my case. I want to do something very specific and personalized. So I'm going to choose empty database. And when I'm right here, I'm just going to ask for an empty database. As you can see, I have absolutely nothing. So what I'm going to do here is put a title, study tasks, and then you can add if you want to cover or anything you want. And then you have like a table where you need to personalize everything. So my first column here is going to be the task, and here I can have let's say, for example, an assignment, and then I can have, I'm just putting some example, a project, and maybe an exam, etc., etc. So you can list tasks like this. I'm just gonna do Control D so I have many of them. And the thing is, you want those tasks to have subject affected too. So here you can choose Add Property and go into Select. You have many properties you can put in there. I'm just going to choose Select, and this property is going to be named Subject. And here, what I can do is either add options right here, which is possible, or I can also, if I don't have the options, I can just write them down. So let's say this is, for example, math. Let's say this is for the French course. And every time I write it, I have my choice that's been made automatically. So let's say it's math, French, and I can put another subject, which might be physics. And so this is your organization. Your tasks are affected to your subjects, and you want to put other things on your tasks. The next thing is the deadline. When do when should you do, sorry, your task for? So I can add another property, and there is a property which is called date. Very useful. We're going to see later on why. So let's set up some dates randomly right here. So I'm just putting some random dates through the month of October. And as you can see, we have a task, a subject, and a date. The last thing I'm missing now is I want to know if I've made the task, I've completed the task or no. So you can add another property and you have something called status. This is pretty good, but it's actually kind of pre-coded things. It's not very practical when you try to personalize it. So I'm just going to put another selection and ask for call it status. And here I'm going to put to do in progress and done. As you can see, my colors are not very logical, so I'm just changing them. So to do is going to be in red, in progress in yellow, and done is going to be in green. So it's very visual, and when I complete my task, it's going to be something practical to see. As you can see, I have something which is basically an Excel file so far. I mean, I could do exactly the same on Excel, and so Notion doesn't have such a big added value. Now we're going to go into the added value of Notion. So the thing is, when you go into table here, you have a little plus that appears where you can add a new view. The thing is, you can make views depending on any of your different properties. So if I go into add a new view and choose, for example, a board, when you know about the boards and the calendars, you know basically lots of things in Notion. You can organize lots of things. So I'm going to choose the board here. And as you can see, he's choosing my first selection, and he's doing automatically French, math, and physics. So that's pretty good. I can rename it and put subject here. And the thing is, I have French, exam project, math, etc. But what's missing there is I can't see some of the properties. I don't know from for when I should make the assignment or the exam. And I also don't know if it's done or not. So what I can do is go into settings, property visibility, and add the dates and add the status. And now I have all my informations that are being displayed on my screen. What I can do is uh, sort them by dates, and I have my most urgent things to do, which are being at the top, sorry, and I can just add new pages here, like in maths, if I have something like something else to do in maths, maybe say we have another exam coming, and this is for let's say 9 of October, let's say it's for the 8th. As you can see, my exam for the 8th is going at the top. I'm just going to put to do, and it's something very automatic. So you have the automatic sorting. What you can do too, because you're going to have a problem with this view at some point, which is you're going to have lots of tasks which are going to be done, and you don't want them to be displayed there. Because if I have this that is done, this that is done, as you can see, I'm going to have a problem with space at some point. So what you can do is filter here your tasks and ask for the status to be in progress and to do. This allows you, when your exam is done, to just say it's done and it disappears from your view. So that's very practical. And you also don't lose your history because you can go back your former versions. You can go back and find your tasks right here. The next thing we're going to do is a calendar. So if I go there and choose calendar, it's just taking the different dates I have. Ooh, working on weekends here. So just, yeah, you can move them and the date is moving everywhere. And I can actually show the properties. So I'm going to show the status and the subject because I already have the date and the calendar. And I have a very useful calendar view. So this is another view that's being useful. And the last one I want to do is depending on the status. So same as before, I'm going to ask for the boards, but as you can see, he's taking again only my subjects. So I'm just going to choose here group by and not take subjects, but I'm going to take status. Here you have everything that's to do, in progress, and done. You can change the order of your columns, so you can put to do here and in progress here. And I don't know my subject here, so I'm going to go into property, ask for the subjects and the dates, and same as before, I can sort them by dates, and I have my most urgent things which are being at the top. And this is, I can see my workflow very easily right here because I know what I have to do, I know what's in progress, I know what's done, and I know for which subject it is, and it's actually pretty practical. One last option I want to show you in Notion is I'm just going to put more stuff in to do because I lost a lot in my view. Yeah, something important to know is when you update something in one view, it updates everything in the other views. So this is very practical because you don't need to like change several times. And if you change something somewhere, you won't have the same informations with another property in another place. Everything is connected. And let's say in French, you have for your project, you want to detail a little bit what's in the course. You can actually take notes here, and if you go slash in there, you can put some headings, you can put page into page, you can have a to-do list. So let's say you have the part 1 of the course, and then you have the part 2, and you can just follow this and check OK. You can take random notes everywhere, even write directly your notes in there. And finally, what I think is very useful is you can also link some documents. You can just drop it right here, and as you can see, your Excel file is being your PDF file, sorry, is being downloaded in Notion, and you can directly store your different courses in Notion, which is very practical. I think Notion becomes you have to pay for it when you have too many documents. So what you can do is store your different courses into a OneDrive or Google Drive or something, and just put the link to the document right here. So you have your workflow of studying right here, and you also have your workflow, and you also have what's in the course, so it can be very practical to have a broad view of what you should do and when you should do it. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's helpful. Tell me if you have an idea you want me to make a video about organization and process and workflows. I want to do many on this channel and for students, for professionals. So I wish you a good day, and I see you in the next video.